outside, and then there's one tiny fly that kept flying in my face, and like, yeah. So thanks to my girls, Ashley and Heather, who did their own very own sushi mukbangs. I was like, I gotta do me a sushi mukbang because I love sushi. And I can show you how to use chopsticks. So this is how my mother taught me. So a little bit about myself. My grandmother is from Akita, Japan, not Akita, even though it's spelled Akita, even though the dog's name is Akita, it's really pronounced Akita. And if you want to know, in Japan, we call the Akita, we usually call it like Akita Inu, but whatever. I'm not gonna teach y'all nothing because, you know, what do I know? I'm not from there, right? But my mother lived there. That was like one of her first languages. Yeah, I think it was her first language was Japanese, and then she learned English. But my grandmother was born and raised there, spent her whole life there, came here. She didn't want to let go of her residency, so she actually lives here in the U.S. under a green card. So she uses a green card, so she is a permanent resident here of the United States, but yo girl could not let go of her citizenship in Japan, so she is a Japanese citizen. Anyways, so this is my desk. Sorry for the mess right there. I was organizing some towels. I bought some new towels because I wanted to start like throwing some really old towels out and rotating towels in between washes, because I watched this video, so I want to wash towels more often. I'm like paranoid now. Anyways, but yeah, so so the reason I wanted to do this mukbang, I want to get a little personal. So last video, thank you guys. Can you hear them screaming? This is why I didn't want to do the video inside. Anyways, so I wanted to get a little personal because last video, so snow crab roll, eel roll. Oh, and for those who wanted to learn, my mom taught me like this. Hold the both like a pencil, like you would a pencil, kind of get low on it. You want to go too high because then you're not going to have a good grip. And then do that. And then you're going to want to use your pointer finger, pointer finger and your thumb as an open, like that, like you're opening and closing. And then you use this finger to stabilize this chopstick, and you use the base of your thumb. So your thumb does 2 rolls, and then like that, and then close, and then yeah. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm like, these kids literally make me want to blow my brains out sometimes. You hear them screaming? My husband is losing. He just got home and he's losing already. Get a freaking grip, Eric. Anyways. So, Let me roll it in. So last video, I did not, expect to get as much support as I did. So for those supporting me, thank you so much. That meant so much to me because right now I'm feeling really self-conscious of myself. And some people, the reason I'm so self-conscious is because there have been some people who took the time out of their day to personally message me before this video even came out and try to like sell me their workouts or sell me like their weight loss stuff. And and when I politely decline, I'm like, no, I'm doing workouts, I'm doing diet stuff, I'm doing all that. I just have a lot of health problems going on right now. And they're like, oh, me too. This worked for me, this, that. If there was a magic pill or a magic weight thing that I could freaking wear or do, I would do it. Because if the doctor told me like, hey, this will work for you, I have 3 doctors, 2 of which are specialists in their field, doing blood work on me. They're in trouble because they came upstairs when they're not supposed to. Anyways, doing blood work on me, doing, you know, different things to no avail. And it's like a waiting game to figure out what's going on. So my last resort is my stomach doctor or gastroenterologist, or whatever you want to call them, GI doctor. And he's going to tell me what's going on. But unfortunately, the test that I was supposed to get done got postponed because of the coronavirus. So I'm going on over a year with all these problems. Anyways, so the thyroid thing, yes, I have a swollen thyroid. I have a goiter. I have gotten different tests done. I'm not on thyroid medication. For those of you who think it's just like a magic thing, or they know the answers because they did whatever, it's not like a magic thing that's just gonna go away or just gonna resolve itself. For those of you who don't know how thyroid works, I unfortunately don't have hyper or hypo. I had a postpartum thyroiditis. So my thyroid got inflamed and my body started attacking itself, like personally attacking my thyroid because it got inflamed. And because it was all the postpartum hormones, they didn't know where to go. Like sometimes your hormones don't flush or whatever, or leave or dissipate as quickly. So they just kind of linger there, and my body was like going haywire. And yeah, so the goiter I've had for 3 years. My second son is when it started kind of showing its ass. And I did all the blood work, nothing came up, nothing was weird. I just had a goiter and it was not this big, it was a little bit bigger. It was kind of like hard to see, and I mean smaller. And the doctor was like, oh, we need to do blood work, we need to do this. And it was the Mirena, I'm telling you. No one believes me, but I caught the Mirena and I have bad reactions with birth control. Anyways, so I'm like, it's the Mirena. And she's like, it's not the Mirena, it's postpartum, it's this. And it happened 4 months after. Like, it takes me 4 months for this to show its ass, because this last time that I had actual postpartum thyroiditis, it happened the very month that, like, I had him. Like, it started happening. So, anyways, after I got Mirena out, I ended up finding out that I was pregnant. I never got my period. I was spotty and it wouldn't stop. So I had told him, I said, I haven't got my period, but I keep spotting. It's very light, but I don't know why. And it's like nonstop. If I had it for like 2 months. So she was like, and I told her that I did take a pregnancy test and it came back positive. So she was scared that I had ectopic pregnancy because I didn't have an actual period. So she was telling me that I could have got pregnant while I was still in the Mirena, and they would most likely have to like remove the fetus from my fallopian tube. So I went, and lo and behold, I was definitely pregnant. They couldn't tell when I got pregnant, but she thinks it was after I took the Mirena out. That's what she says. And he was sitting right in the uterus where he needed to be. So that's when I found out I was blessed with Sanger, the Manger. But it took me a long time to even talk about it because we weren't sure if he was gonna stay, because I still continued to bleed after that appointment, and the doctors were just like, just keep an eye on the bleeding. If it gets heavier, go to the hospital or call us. And I had like ultrasound every week because of that. And then everything was good after that. And then I had him at 37 weeks because he was just way too big. Anyways, back to my health problems. So when I've always had really bad heartburn, it's always been a thing. So my doctor was like, oh, when you're done with your pregnancy, it'll go away. But one thing they did notice, because I had to go to the hospital when I was like 27, 28. I was almost 30 weeks. I had to go to the hospital because I had this stomach flu and I couldn't hold anything down. I was literally on the floor. My husband had to help me get in the car. And they did an ultrasound and they told me that it was a gallstone. And it's like the size of my gallbladder. It's literally this big. It's like the size of a golf ball. So that's what they said was causing it, but it wasn't, because it was a stomach flu. Like, why would I have explosive diarrhea and be freaking vomiting? Like, come on now. It was definitely the stomach flu because other people around me had it. Now, every time I'm pregnant, I get the stomach flu. Every year it happens. Every freaking year. But you know what? Maybe it was. Who knows? Maybe it was. Maybe for 3 days, I was literally had the chills. I had fever. I had everything. I was literally dying. And then my kids got upset stomach after that, but fortunately for them, they didn't get like the full bug like I did. Like, it kind of flew past them. Of course, I'm the one who freaking died. Any parent knows the feeling. It's like your kids get sick and they just like freaking blow past that. You get sick and you're sick for fucking 7 years. Pardon my French, I'm so sorry. But yeah, so what people don't understand, I have had heartburn and it never went away even after I had my son. I kept throwing up. How bad the heartburn was, I kept throwing up. So the doctor was telling me, my doctor is like, oh, after I go see a thyroid doctor, they thought it was thyroid related. I did have postpartum thyroiditis. My body was attacking itself, and I do have nodules on my thyroid. The reason they don't think they're cancer is because the nodules started to like shrink, and normally cancerous tumors are not going to shrink on their own. So that's what they told me, that I just had to write it out. They gave me my options. The doctor wanted to put me on it's like chemotherapy. It's like radiation treatment basically. But they talked about it and they said that because of my age, because I have kids, I don't know why I'm getting a little emotional, because it's a frustrating experience to be having this and just to be stuck with it and just being told that basically I don't have any options other than something like really severe. Like, if they do radiation, I'll have to not hold my kids, not touch my kids, not touch my husband. I have to be, anything that I touch, I have to like, I can't share certain items because radiation can transfer to other people. So it's not really an option for me. If I was older, they would recommend it. But being that I'm so young, if I do go through the radiation, that I most likely will never be able to have children again. Because unfortunately, yes, it absorbs into the thyroid and that's what's going to shrink it, but it is going in your bloodstream and it is affecting other areas. It's also going to increase my chances of other cancers. So my doctor was just outweighing it, like, you're 26 years old. It's not worth the risks of giving you chemo unnecessarily just to shrink your thyroid. They said if I had the way I had it in the beginning, I had hyperthyroidism for 3 months, and then it went away, and then, it was 4 or 5 months I had hyperthyroidism, and then it turned into hypo, and then it regulated, which is what it normally does, she said would happen. And now I just have a goiter that will not go away. I have pain when I swallow sometimes, so that's why I have to go to that gastroenterologist, because I shouldn't be getting heartburn and all that stuff, right? So I'm on a medication that takes away my stomach acid. Like, it pushes it down, if that makes any sense. It's like basically like an antacid, but it's stronger. So like a Tums, except it's a pill I have to take. It's like a little gel capsule pill. So I have to take that, and it takes away my stomach acid, my acid. It makes it like subside. And I have to take a probiotic because your girl has a messed up stomach. So the doctor thinks that all that, having the acid for as long as I did and throwing up all the time, he's concerned that I've already like started developing an ulcer or ulcers, because I have pain when I swallow here. And this is like really annoying. This has literally been going on for over a year. So this is like all the just a doctor's appointment, doctor. I just feel like I've nonstop just been in doctor's offices. But anyways, so he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do, so my last options now, I have to have an endoscopy done. I have to have an H. pylori test done. And the beauty of it with the H. pylori. And then I have to have blood panel done because autoimmune disorders do run in my family. My aunt has lupus. My cousin has Crohn's, which is stomach related. So he's saying the likelihood of me having an autoimmune disorder is extremely high, and that's most likely what we're looking at. He thinks I have celiac. Well, he thinks I could possibly be looking at celiac. That's what he thinks. So, yay me. I get to get a scope down to verify I don't have an ulcer, because ulcers turn into cancer. Yay. And I guess I just want to share my experience because I know there's so many other mothers out there. I have literally I have had stomach problems for a long time. Oops. But nowhere as bad as this. And like my postpartum, I don't think people realize this, and this is why I'm very promoting for people to do what's best for their bodies. Oh, I know my chart. For people to do what's best for their bodies, because yes, I got a gut. Don't look at it. Women's bodies go through so much during pregnancy, and it takes such a toll on your body, on your mind. And sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves and to stop and look at the real big picture, because there's a lot of things that I put on the back burner to take care of everybody else in the house, and now it could possibly cost me for many years to come. I mean, another thing with the goiter, there's another option. I can get it surgically removed, but obviously thyroids don't come back. So what I'll have to do is take medication for the rest of my life, and that's just not gonna happen because I can't even remember to freaking go to the bathroom every day. Seriously, I'm so like overwhelmed. So anyways, that's why the goiter's staying. Okay, so I named it now. I'm gonna name her. You know, it's a her because it's attached to me and it looks like a girl, because bitches is thick. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm just gonna name it Bertha or something like really regal, something that sounds like a big bitch. You know what I'm saying? Something that's gonna look at it and be like, wow, like, yeah, we're in this together. Anyways, yeah, so like to my fellow moms, like, take care of yourself. Do what you gotta do. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor, because that's my biggest fear. My husband literally had to talk so much crap in my ear, and he got so sick and tired of me like sleeping on the floor crying from the pain of how bad I was in pain. I was in so much pain. My family, one time I forgot to take my pill, and I was with my aunt, and she's like, this is so bad. I literally had to take a I was literally on the floor rolling. I was in so much pain. And she was like, this is really bad, you should get it looked at. And I'm like, I am getting it looked at. And yeah, so take care of yourself. That's the moral of the story. Do what you gotta do for you, sis. And don't be afraid to stuff your face when it gets rough, okay? I'm enjoying my food now because once I get these tests done, And once I get the results, there's no going back. You know? They're either going to tell me I have something very serious and I'm going to be put on a strict diet, or he's just going to be like, listen, you're just a fat ass bitch and your stomach can't handle the shit that you're eating, so get your life right. Either way, there might be some food that I'm not going to be able to enjoy anymore. And I was on a really strict diet, and that shit did not work. I was on the diet, and I literally was exercising every single day, and that shit did not work. So there's something going on, because I've never had a weight problem. Ever. I was skinny mini. You can ask my friends. I'll post pictures right here. Boop. Boop. Abs. I'll post all the pictures just so y'all could see. I was skinny mini. But, I mean, obviously your body changes when you have kids, so I expected that, because after I had Anakin, I'll post a picture of him and Eli. My butt got bigger, my thighs got bigger, and that shit never went away even when I was working out. But for the stomach part, I've never had a big stomach. My arms have always been a little more muscular, but this is like excessive. My arms are fat as hell. My face is really fat. My neck, well, Bertha's here to stay, so nothing's gonna happen about that. And yeah, I mean, what you gonna do about it? This stuff is where it's at, honestly. I have missed hibachi. Some of the places opened up here. Well, thank you guys for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing. I really just wanted to take this video to thank you guys and just kind of explain why I was so self-conscious, because I've already had people notice my body, notice that I'm overweight, and when I'm trying to be nice and just be like, oh, I've been going through some health stuff, they were like, basically making it sound like I'm lying. Like, they're like, oh, really? Oh, well, I've been through that. Oh, well, I had this and I had that and this helped. And it was like mad that I'm not purchasing their stuff. I wouldn't mind if I wasn't trying to stay away from, I cannot, there's certain medication stuff I can't take. If I take them, I will literally lose my ability to go do this test. I'll have to wait another 4 months. That's how serious. Like, I have been avoiding certain stuff and just been sticking to the things that they gave me, because if I do this, then I will not be able to do the test anymore, and I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to be like, well, I took this one product, someone told me, and they'll be like, well, what does it have in it? And if I tell them and they tell me I can't take it, I mean, that's gonna cost my health and jeopardize my opportunity to like get these tests done. So in order to avoid that, I'm just avoiding any type of like medication, remedy, anything like that until I get all the tests done. And then after that, sure, if you want to give me some advice on your like different little stuff, I don't mind. But at the moment, I just have to stick to the good old working out and eating as good as I can for right now until, yeah, I mean, drama. Oh my gosh, so much drama. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video and watching me eat this delicious sushi. And don't judge me, okay? I know it's not the healthiest, but at least, you know, fish, you know, omega 6 or omega 3s, whatever. But thank you for subscribing to my channel. And for those who are new to my channel, enjoy my videos. I'm going to try to push out more content, and just stay tuned. And I really appreciate everybody's support. It really meant a lot. And for me to do something like the video yesterday, just for you guys, I'm going to be doing more of it, because I got a lot of love for that video and I was not feeling myself. I almost deleted it. So thank you guys again so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're watching and you're not subscribed. Thank you.